Today we will talk about crisis communication in public relations. Crisis communication is protecting and defending an individual, company, or organization facing a public challenge to its reputation. These challenges can involve legal, ethical, or financial standing. Historical leaders such as Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar used public announcements to help manage the public perception after facing political turmoil. Governments and monarchies used pamphlets to manage public unrest or rumors during the 17th and 18th century. Early public relations began in the 19th century. Industrialization started to grow, which led to accidents, labor unrest, and failure of products. In the U.S., railroad companies faced frequent accidents, which caused them to issue public apologies and statements to the public. Considering newspapers began to expand, the press became more important as well. Early mid 20th century began the formal birth of crisis communication. The early 1900s began the rise of public relations. Ivy Lee, also known as the father of PR, helped manage public outrage for the Pennsylvania Railroad train wreck. He pushed honesty and transparency to help the company. During the 1920s to the 1940s, another PR pioneer, Edward Bernays, used psychology insights to help shape public opinion during crisis. During the 50s to the 80s, television became a big thing. People were able to see crisis on television, and major corporations set new benchmarks for how to handle crisis. Different environmental disasters create the need for crisis plans as well. Social media era began around 2010s and it still continues to now. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok provides everyone a faster way to communicate. Now, crisis can escalate faster and misinformation can spread rapidly. People can view a crisis more now than ever. Companies, corporations, and governments now use social media to communicate to their audience. Why is crisis communication important? Crisis communication is a blueprint for companies in times of crisis. It's an emergency plan to help prepare and navigate through an unexpected crisis. Without a strategy, companies can risk significant reputational damage, missed opportunities, and financial losses. An example of effective crisis communication. A perfect example is Johnson& and Johnson Tylenol scare. Johnson& and Johnson faced a major crisis in 1982 when 7 people died after taking Tylenol laced with cyanide. Although the tampering occurred after the product was on store shelves, Johnson& and Johnson took immediate action by halting all advertising, issuing safety warnings, and sending messages to healthcare facilities about the product. By being transparent, the company handled the situation and became a staple for effective crisis communication. Another example, Pepsi ad featuring Kendall Jenner. Pepsi launched an ad on April 2017 that led to controversy. The ad portrayed Jenner handing a police officer a can of Pepsi to resolve tension. The ad was seen as trivializing social justice, causing intense backlash. Pepsi pulled the commercial in less than 24 hours and shifted its stance in response to major criticism. Pepsi's quick response was notable. By taking down the ad and admitting fault, the company demonstrated empathy and accountability. In conclusion, crisis communication is an important strategy to have in today's fast paced world. From ancient times to modern times, crisis communication continues to evolve. However, its core principles remain the same.